everybody, and welcome to Vlogmas day number 19. Let's go ahead and get into some Advent. Today from Sways we have got a gold wire tree, and I really like these. We already got one of these, I think in silver, earlier this month, but I really love these because I think they make really pretty outside decorations. So that is super cute. And today from Amer Animations, we have got a battle copter, and I've already been invited to fight with the battle copter. So if I do that in the next couple of days, I will totally vlog it so that you guys can see the carnage of the battle copter. But that's really fun. I like that. So if you follow Strawberry's blog, and let's face it, who doesn't follow Strawberry's blog at this point, you know that she recently put out a mesh body parts survey. And she did the survey last year at this time too, and she does it so that designers kind of see where the market is. Rigging mesh clothing to a body is really kind of an art form, and it takes a long time. That's why you don't see people rigging for 27 different bodies out there. They tend to go with what sells because, of course, their store is their business. They are making money off of it, and if it takes them 2 hours to rig to a body and only one person buys that item for that body, it's not worth it. I will link Strawberry's blog down in the description box so that you can go and take the body part survey as well. Some people were saying that it was a little bit biased because obviously people who read Barry's blog are a little bit more fashion conscious, and most of them are female, and most of the females wear the Maitreya Lara body. So I think that spreading the survey out throughout Second Life and getting more people to take the survey who aren't usually followers of her blog, I think that's a really good idea so that we get more people answering and it won't be so skewed towards one body, although it really kind of is. I was looking at the results so far earlier, and like 600, almost 700 people who have taken the survey said that they go with Maitreya Lara as a body. That's a lot. And when people start screaming that their favorite designers aren't creating for their bodies, all you kind of have to do is show them the results of that survey. It is simply better for the designer financially to spend their time creating for one body. But the thing is, when I was looking at the survey, I saw a bunch of bodies that I didn't know existed, and the same with mesh heads. Some of these stores I've never heard of before in my life. So I thought we would go out to a few stores today to look and see what the bodies are. These are stores that I took off of Strawberry's survey, and they had between 1 and 5 votes. So they are being used, but not very widely. So the first one we're going to go out and see is the Kitty's Lair body, and I didn't realize Kitty's Lair was still in Second Life, much less that they created a body. So let's go check it out. I used to come out to Kitty's Lair back in like 2008, I think, because they had sexy clothing. Ooh, okay, there's the body over there, but they are naked on that on that vendor ad. Okay, I'm gonna have my camera right here and not move it so that I can keep a picture over the bodies. So what we have are the Lena bodies, and they come in 3 versions: the perky body, the lush body, and the maternity body. Each body costs 799 Linden, which makes it a lot more affordable than most of the other bodies out there. However, it does not come with hands and feet. It is compatible with the Slink hands and feet, so if you wanted to get the Lena body, you would also need to get Slink hands and feet. And to be perfectly honest, I feel like you could get this look that all of these bodies have with the Maitreya body, or the Slink hourglass body, or one of the Beleza bodies. All you have to kind of do is up your body fat because these are fitted mesh, so I feel like that would work. I've never seen anybody create anything for this particular body. I'm sure it's out there, but I've never seen it. But Kitty's Lair, of course, creates some clothing for the bodies, and just, it looks like basic things. There's some lingerie, tall boots, and little bitty skirts. I don't know, I mean, it's cute enough and it's basic enough. It's just, I just kind of wonder, how do you dress yourself if you want to go to another store that isn't creating for this body? Unless you find a store that is still creating for non-mesh bodies, I feel like it would be really hard. So the next store that we're looking at is called G Ink, and I had never heard of this store before, ever. But they have a couple of bodies, and then I'm not sure if the perfect bum is a body or if it's just a butt. Like, I don't I really don't know. I kind of feel like maybe it's a body, but I'm not really sure. Now, the essential body is only 600 linden, which is pretty affordable. Like, that's really, really affordable. The perfect body, however, is $13.99. I'm not really sure if it comes with hands and feet. I kind of feel like it doesn't. I think that it is also designed to be worn with the slink hands and feet. And just kind of judging off of the vendor picture, I don't care for it. I feel like it is, I feel like it's a little bit out of proportion, but it also looks a little bit more like a bodybuilder, which if that's the look you're going for, then this really might be the perfect body for you. But without demoing it, just going based off this vendor picture, I don't think it looks very good. But that's really the thing with vendor photos, is you need a really good vendor photo sometimes to make your product get noticed. So moving on to guy stuff, we have got the Atom Body by Absolute Creation, and I love that they just kind of rezzed it out here so that you could see it. That is perfect, because that's what I wanted to see. They also have a head that you could use with this one as well. Ooh, that blinked. That's scary. Okay. But looking at the body, it's decent. I like that the bottom isn't too bubbly, because I think that's the problem I have with the Beleza body, is that the butt is just very pronounced. It's just a very bubbly type of butt. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. I am not opposed to it at all. I think the thighs might be a little bit big, but he just hit leg day. It's all good. The Atom Body is 2,950 linden, and it has the hands and feet, which is awesome. I feel like anytime you don't have to go to other body parts is kind of a good thing. And the hands are bento, which is great. And the feet are compatible with slink shoes, so that is pretty cool. So recently, since I did do a makeover on Aldwin, I got to look at a bunch of men's stores. I didn't see anybody creating for this specific body, although here at Absolute, it does look like they do have some clothing for this body, which is nice. But again, if you can't dress yourself easily, if you can't go to many stores and find a lot of different things, then you're really kind of limited. If you don't dress yourself a lot, then it's not a big deal. But if you like having different outfits, then yeah, that could be a deal breaker. The other male body that I wanted to look at is by Altamura, and it is the Dante body, which looks like they've got other bodies too, but this is Dante. I think this looks like a really nice body, but it is really hard to tell because I think that the vendor ad is pretty heavily photoshopped. I mean, I could be wrong, obviously, but it looks a little too nice. But it's really hard to tell sometimes with Second Life wind light and just the fact that mesh bodies photograph pretty well anyway. Now, one of the problems with this body is that I have no idea what it actually comes with. I'm assuming it comes with hands because it says that it's bento, and it's probably coming with feet. I don't know. I would have to get a demo to actually see what the heck that this comes with. It costs $24.99, and the demo is 1 linden, which you guys know I hate paying 1 linden for demos anyway. It looks like they have a new one called Aaron, which looks pretty much like the other guy. I don't know. I feel like there's not enough information on any of the vendor ads, and I like a little bit of information before going ahead and demoing and all of that good stuff. There's a lot of people here at Altamura. I think it's because they're doing Advent or something, but there's just a lot of people. So who knows? This could be like the next up-and-coming body brand. So moving on to mesh heads, we are at a store called Mayreal or Mayreal, and they do some really cute mesh heads. These are almost like my old logo head, where it's a little bit more cartoonish, which is a really adorable look, by the way. I've never heard of this place, didn't know that they were making mesh heads or anything, but this one is actually really cute. It is 1700 Linden for the Olivia head, and this says that it's a limited time promo price, but the Nadia and the Aria heads are 1900, so it's not like a crazy sale on this head or anything like that. It's appreciated, you know, when somebody will knock off a few hundred Linden, but if you miss the promo price, it's only a couple hundred Linden more, assuming that it's the same price as Nadia and Aria. I may have to demo those heads at some point, but my favorite skin stores don't create for these heads. It does say that these are Omega, but I have found that Omega skins that are made for another type of head usually don't work on other Omega heads. They just don't. Things just don't sit right. It'll sit close enough, but it'll never sit just quite right. So we're out at Lightstar now, and I've never heard of the store before, but it is a fantasy store, which makes sense why I've never heard of it, because we know I live under a rock as far as fantasy stuff goes. But look, they make mesh heads too. These are pretty cool. They are very normal heads, I think. They do remind me just a little bit of Skyrim heads. Not saying that they were stolen from Skyrim or anything like that, please don't get me wrong, but just the way that they look, you could imagine them in some kind of rustic village, or possibly sitting on a throne and making people get shot in the knee. Who knows? But yeah, these are kind of cool. I actually really kind of like these. And you can see on the vendor everything that it comes with, the basic skin tones and eyebrows and eyeshadows and nose shadings and all kinds of stuff like that. They are 2000 Linden, although I think if you are in their group then it's only 1500, so that's definitely a lot more affordable than say the Lelutka or the Katwa heads, which go for 5k. But because, again, people aren't making skins specifically for this head, you're kind of stuck with whatever it is that they have here. Unless you get an Omega skin, in which case it may or may not fit. And they also have some male heads as well, which again are very normal. You can go into a village, you can shoot a deer with your bow and arrow. That is really cool. So the last store we're going to look at is called Six Do, and I chose it because I like the name of the store. I thought that was really cute. Six Do. And they also do some mesh heads. It looks like they have some female heads here, which are quite lovely, although I wish that the vendor wasn't like right in front of it. So these are bento heads, so you've got 3 facial expressions, 3 eyelashes, 6 skin colors, mesh teeth and tongue, and it is Omega, so again, your mileage may vary with Omega skins. Now it appears that they are working on male mesh heads. There's not a photo or anything because they are working on it, and it says right on the box to caution, not include skin. This is a non-complete version. It is discount price until the addition of the skin. And the discount price for these is $2,600. So if you kind of like the shape-ish of the face, it's really hard to tell without skin on it, which is something you never want to say in real life. But get your Omega skins, put it on, see if you like it or not. There's a couple of them, so hey, go nuts. Although these don't appear to have demos either. And I don't see demos on these heads, which I really don't like because I really think that you need to demo before you shell out that much money for anything. But hey, maybe you're a gambler, so if you are, this might be the place for you. Well, that was really cool to go and see some other heads and bodies that I didn't have any idea existed. I probably won't be changing anytime soon. I am pretty loyal to my Maitreya body and my Lelutka head. But you never know. Sometimes you just see that one thing that catches your eye and off you go. New look, yay! But again, don't forget to take Barry's survey. I will link it down below. It is for human adult avatars only. No kids, no crazy fantasy type of things. If you're a spaceship, this isn't for you. But if you're just a human adult, go take the survey. That wraps up Vlogmas Day 19. We will be back tomorrow with Vlogmas Day 20. Oh my goodness, home stretch, you guys, home stretch. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I always really appreciate it. And hit that subscribe button before you go. Until next time, I love you guys, and I'll see you soon.